Hello and welcome to the Texas Justice Review. My name is Serrano Baldio, and today I just want to give you a quick rundown of some of the stories that we're working on that's coming up. One of the things we want to do this year in 2025 is to be consistent in the stories that we tell and how often we tell them. And we're going to start setting dates. It is going to be Tuesday or Friday, tentative, so you can watch these stories as they go by. And we're going to try to boost Texas Justice Review. We're going to be spending a lot of money making sure that people know who we are and what we do. And here is our first trial. So this is Vonda Bailey Shaw. I guess she's married now. She used to be Vonda Bailey, now it's Vonda Bailey Shaw. So Vonda Bailey made a comment on a black show, and it was against black folks. Now, I'm no stranger to people who pretend to get, they use their talking points to get black votes, and then they don't. When they get up there, they change. And I'm going to give you a full story on Vonda Bailey. So the underlying facts of her case, so we're going to call it the public versus Vonda Bailey Shaw, or Vonda Bailey Shaw versus the public. And that's how we're going to start doing these shows. We're going to put these judges on trial. She's a family court judge. And I pulled some documents. But I'm not going to give you the whole show today. I'm just going to make sure I tell you what's coming up. She's one of the stories that we're working on. And Vonda Bailey Shaw went on camera on WAFF or WFAA, I think. And she made a comment that the judiciary is corrupted. She targeted Judge Leona Bernard. She targeted Judge Kim Brown. She called them corrupt. So there's a case that went from them to her. And she swore an oath, all these judges swore an oath, that they will do the right thing by the law. So Vonda Bailey decided that the case was transferred to her courtroom. And she decided she wasn't going to take it. So here's her recusal, 255 Judicial District. Voluntary recusal order. I'm just going to read the order and I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to come back and I'm going to nail her and put her on trial for the things that she has done against the black community. And I wanted to get a photo of her and this woman right here. She's another judge, Judge Maria Aceveras. And I'm going to connect the dots for you. So Vonda Bailey's having an event. Maria Aceveras comes up to the event. Same case. Maria had the same case. It was an offshoot of the case. The people were sued. The lawyers were sued. The lawyer was sued. The other party was sued. And the connection is just astonishing between Vonda Bailey, Maria Aceveras, what's the other judges that went? Oh, and Judge, what's her name? Rachel. Her name is Rachel Craig. This is the commissioner. I think they picked her to be a judge. She came from Dallas. And interestingly enough, there is Maria Aceveras with this judge. Same case. This one case netted 8 judges in corruption. But the problem that I have with Vonda Bailey is she slammed Judge Leona Bernard. And she accused her of corruption. And the case came to Vonda Bailey. This was her opportunity. This was her opportunity to prove that Judge Leona was corrupted. The case is in front of you. It's a recusal. It means that they did something wrong. They were bad. You're good. So you take it. And she says, no, she doesn't want it. Well, you said she was corrupted. Here's your opportunity to show that she was corrupted. I don't want to do that. Why? You are the one who are crying corruption in the media, right? So she goes on this day, Honorable Vonda Bailey Shaw, presiding judge of the 255th Judicial District Court, consider this cause. There's language in here that's important. The parties and the pleading on file therein. So you got 3 things. She looked at the cause, the parties, and the pleading on file therein on the court's own motion, recuses the court from the above style numbered cause of action. The case is sent back to the first administrative judge for reassignment. Why would you not take a case that you accuse these two judges of? So what I want to do with Vonda Bailey here is I'm going to connect the dots with her and the comments she wanted to show and she made against the black community, telling them not to vote for her. And I find it appalling because my newspapers have always been for minority rights. And I'm going to show you how she turned and why she turned. And I'm going to show you her connection with Judge Maria Aceveras, Judge Craig, Judge Martin Hoffman, and a whole bunch of others that she's involved with. That's the real corruption. So we're going to expose her. Sorry, Vonda, I liked you. And I really liked her. When I saw her video, I said, this is a spicy judge. You know, she should go on camera and say something like that. I checked the canon rules. Now, the State Judicial Board runs the canon rules and laws over judges. And was her comment appropriate? There's nothing in the law that says it wasn't. But I want to ask her some questions. So there's only two ways to ask her the questions. Number one, is she can voluntarily speak to me. And number two, we can go to court and find out. So I'm going to bring up the whole law on recusal and see the three criteria of recusal. She didn't qualify to recuse herself. But she opened up her mouth and was targeting all these other minority judges. This is a Latino judge. We got issues with her too because she was caught in an official misconduct with the same case, right? All right, so she's one of our Vonda Bailey Shaw versus the public. She's one of our cases. And the other case that we're working on is this lawyer. Her name is Victoria Warner. In my 17 years of media, I have never seen a lawyer so malicious in going after cases, so biased, so prejudiced, so breaking the law, making up her own laws as she went along. How is this woman not arrested? I have no idea. But this is the official, there's always a law. Look, when you're doing stories like this, when you're going after judges and prosecutors and politicians, you have to have a law that qualifies you to say things about them and bring them to justice. So we're going to bring her to justice. And this is the criminal element. And it's 804 misconduct, state disciplinary rules on professional conduct. This is number 8, maintaining the integrity of the profession. And it says, a lawyer shall not violate these rules, knowingly assist or inducing others to do so, or do so through the act of another, whether or not such violation occurred in the course of a client-lawyer relationship, commit a serious crime, or commit any other criminal act that reflects adversarially on the lawyer's honesty, trustworthiness, and fairness as a lawyer in other respect. Engage in conduct involving dishonesty, fraud, deceit, and misrepresentation. I don't think a lot of people know these things are on the books. Because not only Texas Justice Review goes after judges, but lawyers as well. Those two, because lawyers become judges as well. So we're going to use the law to go after this lady. And I'm telling you, she made up her own laws in court. She was passing it to this judge who was in her favor. I mean, this is the law. You can't do stuff like that. And what's that judge? His name is Michael Snipes. So he got on a case, in a family court case illegally, right? This is the same case that Vonda Bailey refused to take. And by refusing to take this case, she allowed this case to go to an unqualified judge because she was qualified. He wasn't. And that guy just manipulated the law, just reeked of corruption and incompetence. And I challenged him. And he tried to make my life a miserable hell. Here he is. His name is Michael Snipes. Vonda Bailey's mishap, refusing to take this case, send it to him. And he did a hatchet job on the case. Didn't even know what he was doing. Ruling outside the scope of the law. And him and this lawyer started working together in unison. She bled $60,000 out of a simple family court case. You got to see the fraud that she committed. You've got to see it. That's why I read the law for you. If she committed the fraud, and I'll give you one example what he allowed.